Hey guys, it's Adrienne, your friendly insomniatic artist. I think all artists are insomniacs. You think? To some degree? Anyway, I'm going to draw. I'm going to try this setup. Instead of the general, just my voice, my looming voice over a painting. And I thought one thing we could start with actually is the different Procreate brushes and what they look like. I have only used Procreate. I have never used any other digital product. And this is where I learned everything that's very little of what I know about digital art. I've had it for, it's coming on 2 years. It'll be 2 years in June, so it's a year and a half, I guess. And I started from knowing nothing. So this is where I'm at. And I have glasses, and if I look up, they'll reflect in the light. I'll look up every now and again, but mostly I'm going to try to keep my head down to avoid glaring, y'all. So just look at me now. Look. Okay. Okay. Let's pick a background. Let's go black. Oh, I'm going to show you brushes first. All right. The first brush, let's go to, there's different kinds of brushes in the brush library, right? So you got your sketching, inking, drawing, painting, artistic, calligraphy, airbrushing, textures, abstract, charcoals, elements, spray paints, materials, vintage, luminance, industrial, organic, and water. Now, and you can add brushes. Apparently you can buy them, which I've never done. But one of my favorites is vintage, and there's a lot of them. So I'll go quickly. First one's called Myrtle. I'm gonna put everything at the biggest size and the biggest darkness. And let's do on black, this orange on black, because it's a beautiful orange. There's a train going by and Rufus is scratching, so you'll hear thumping. It's a good way to start this party. Now look at that. How cool is that? Imagine what you can do with that. If you just want to play with it, if you know how, just change the colors. I wish it was bigger. I like a wide brush sometimes. It fills out more space, like if I really want to go there. And I wonder, oh, see, I'm already thinking if I could do this, so I'm not gonna get distracted. I promise. Let's go to our next brush. It's called Honey Eater. Ooh, I'm gonna start adding layers instead of, okay, Honey Eater. Let's see, make it as big as it will go. That's pretty big. And it's in green, apparently. Ooh, 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 honey, honey, honey. I love this. There is so much I could do with this brush. Or maybe it's that color. I don't even know right now. I just know honey, honey, honey. Honey. Oof. 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 Let's try that in white. I just want you guys to sit quietly while I go do some art, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get distracted. I promised you some brushes. That's beautiful though. Well done, well done. Whoever, Honey Eater, remember that. That is in the vintage. I've never used it, but I will. Galaxias. Let's see. Again with the thin tip. But it's, okay. Maybe it was bigger. Maybe a different color. That green was good. I could eat that. It's not my favorite, but I'm sorry, Galaxias. And I said I was gonna add layers. I lied. Let's reverse instead. Okay, what's next? Campagna. You'll correct me, I'm sure. Okay, as big as it will get. Not big enough, because how small is the small? I mean, what am I gonna do with that? Let's see here. Let's see. I do a lot of line work, so if I make it smaller, maybe. I should not judge before I've used or played with. But that doesn't inspire me to do anything, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? If it inspires you, please let me know. Oh, let's go back. Alrighty. Next brush, wedge tail. Okay. A-O. Seb will understand that. Anybody who watches Seb, A-O. Sorry, Seb. That's not the biggest brush, but it's pretty big. Oh, look, when you do this, I don't know if y'all can see my sides. I might have to do a whole different screen capture thing, but anyway. Ooh, let's see how that looks. I'm going to reverse that. It's at the biggest. That's too big, but it's a big brush. Like I did say, I love the big brush, didn't I? Bitch can't complain now. That's cool. It leaves like a print. What is that print? Like tire tracks or something? Almost floral? Okay. I like the sheen on it. This has turned into a review. I love Procreate, so. And I've only touched the very, skim of the. But yeah, okay, that's cool. I could see that adding some texture to a painting, right? And that's why I use digital. It's because I want to play with a bunch of different mediums and not necessarily have to buy a bunch of different equipment. This, it's too small. Let me see my line work with it. Even at the biggest setting, it's like too big for what I want to do, but it doesn't. Yeah, but for me, it's too small. I should say that in this. Okay, bolt. Okay, again with the small. Look at that. It's so small. Can I make it bigger? Okay, if I lean the pen, it gets a little bit bigger. Okay. What's that button for? I don't know. Okay. What's next? Fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. This does not give me, oh, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see if I do, can I overlap? I can. You can add layers to it, okay, but it's still like the same pattern even when you add layers. But that's cool. I mean, if you want to add like a chain, if you want the back chain of background, like let's see if I do this. And then if you did different sizes, if I did a green or a white. Yeah, okay, all right. I definitely, artists can get derivative, and I get derivative with that oil paintbrush, which is my favorite, and we'll go do that in a little while. But this is why I like to play with the different brushes so I don't become too derivative. Right now I'm trying to have a kind of push through and get past this kind of color blocking thing that I'm doing and try to do some other stuff. But we'll see. To come. More to come. Also to come. What is this one called? Newsprint. Okay. I think I'm going to do a live stream on Valentine's Day. I'm not sure yet. I think I will, depending on how this video does, because, what would be sadder than for me to do a live stream on Valentine's Day? It won't be sad. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a live stream on Valentine's Day, and I'm going to name it The Power of One, The Power of Single, and I'm going to put on my sexiest shit, and I'm going to hang out, and I'm going to draw, and anybody who wants to join me can join me. Cool. Said, done. All right. Back to newsprint. Newsprint, it's like the others. It's the tip's not big enough, and then it's kind of derivative. Once it's just like, I don't know what I would do with that. Okay. But that's just my type of art. Again, that's why there's different artists for different brushes, brush tips. Not for me though. Okay, let's see what this does. Again, the tip for me, I need more coverage. But I do love, if you want to do something like crazy, like, ooh, look, see, if you drag that, you can really play with the texture a little bit. So yeah, I could see that. It's just I wish the tip was bigger. Oh, please don't. I know what you're gonna do. I'm begging you now not to do it. Okay. I've seen this one before. Yeah. Oh, you know why the tip is so small? Now I'm thinking about this, and I want to apologize publicly to Procreate right now. It's because I picked a very large pixeled screen size. My screen is actually 7,000 by 7,000 because I like that sort of, you know, pixelity. I'd like to go as big as I can. So that's why the tip is appearing so small on this, because this, you know, it's like compared to the size of the screen. So if I were to go into my gallery, which I'm going to do right now, and see, pick that 14 by whatever, and I go to the same brush, black screen. See how big it is? So I want to apologize to Procreate. That was all me and my rookie mistakes. Okay, cool. Next brush. This is good to know. I'm learning too. I'm going to add a layer because I can't reverse. That's another thing. You cannot reverse once you've gone out of the photo, out of the artwork. So if you if you want to reverse, do it before you go out. Unless you can, and I don't know how, and someone will tell me, and I appreciate all the knowledge. Thank you so much. Okay, next brush. We just did disco. Next one is rad. I've also seen rad before. Yes, you know. Actually, I found it useful, particularly when it was in the larger size. And final brush in the vintage is Flower Power, and it is exactly what you would think it is. Like, I'm going to do it in this red because it's actually pretty awesome. And if you do it in green, so if you like have like a Christmas thing happening, this is a great way. You could doctor photos with this. Like if you have insert a photo here. I would go into my photos, but I don't know what's in there. Let's see. I'm not going to be a pussy. Insert a photo. Okay. Some stuff, but not too bad. These are not me, by the way. That's me. Oh, but these are just some photos for some other stuff I'm doing. But let's see if we insert this photo. Right, make it big, and then we have this. I'm gonna put her in a beautiful, beautiful pink. And then I could do beautiful necklace. This photos, by the way, is one from I'm using for a erotic novel that I've written. It's on Amazon. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you where to find it. It's actually a serial, and Amazon does this cool thing where you can just write serial novels. And I've had a novel idea in my head for years, and I'm just playing. So if you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, I won't talk about it. I promise. Okay, see? Fun, right? Yeah. Procreate, baby. Okay, now that's all the brushes. That's all of them. All of them. Let's make some art. And we're gonna use my favorite brush. We're gonna go 7,000 by 7,000 because y'all know I like it like that. Only issue I have with that is I can only do six layers. So I wish I could do more layers. Anyway, but it's my choice, right? Shut up, Adrian. Shut up, Saki. Background. Let's stay white. Let's stay white or gray, black. I'm gonna move to black since it's like 2 a.m. Let's do black and white with a little white on top. Yeah. Brush, recent. My favorite, oh yeah, since I just blew all those out. So painting and oil paint. That's my favorite brush. I'm gonna go with white paint. Large as possible. Well, no, maybe not as quite, but opacity 100%. And so what I'm gonna start by doing, I'm gonna take this line down. Let me see how big it is I'm going to just start by drawing a line. I want that a little bit bigger. Okay. This is where I might get quiet, guys. So it's just me. When I get in the flow, I get quiet. So I would still know you're here. I promise. That's not big enough. It's actually better if I get quiet, honestly. The art will be better. Otherwise, you know, it's like when you drive somewhere and you don't know how you got there. That's the best art. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put down a basic shape, a basic line in a funky direction. And then I'm going to start to play with it based on some things I already know about Procreate. One of them is I can move paint. So if I take this up or down, and the size of my brush up or down, it will move the paint in a different way. Like, see how that stretches it wide? If I make it smaller, even smaller, it just moves that paint out there. And if I move the opacity down, it takes down the level of the paint, right? On top of that, if I have the opacity up in my brush, you know, whatever size I want, I can drag the background color into the white. So that was a bad example. But look, see how that's blending up there? See, there you go. And you have to have a deft hand, but if you do it right, you can actually flick it onto the, like, see, ooh, perfect. I'm not gonna do it again. See how that black is almost untainted by the white of the, although I'm using a white color. I'll prove it to you. Here's the white color that I'm using, right? And then flick the black up there. It's amazing. When I discovered that trick, like here, that white spot, I just flew some black on there. That trick, and then you can blend them in like this if you want. See how it moves the paint? It's because it's oil, right? It's supposed to. You can also kind of create texture. And you're saying, well, how do I know where to create the texture? And I say to you, where do you feel like you need to create texture? When you look at this, does it feel balanced to you? Do you want to add anything anywhere? One of my problems as an artist is I over egg it every time. That's another reason I love Procreate, is I can hit that reverse, the back button. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But yeah, so that's why I get to play. I like to play. And so Procreate lets me do that. I'm sorry this is turning into a Procreate commercial. But now I'm gonna take this all the way down. It kind of is, because that's what I'm using, Procreate commercial. I'm gonna take this all the way down and I'm gonna fill this in. I don't know why, I just had the urge to. And I'm experimenting because that's what art is. That's what art is. That's what art is. That's what art is. You know what I wish? I wish I could play music for you guys. but apparently I'm not allowed to. Unless it's like uncopyrighted music, which would be odd a little bit, I think. So what I will do instead is just have silence or this melodious, what's the word? Melodious? And that was M-E-L-D, melody. What would be the derivative of that term for my voice? Melodious? Melodious. Melodious. I'm gonna throw some of this red in because I just, I do love this technique, and I know it's derivative, and I know I do it a lot, but I just love it. I'm gonna make that brush even bigger, and I'm just gonna swirl that paint around. Look, I'm gonna throw some black in there. Push that black in. Please don't. Push that color deeper into there. We go. Very nice. Okay. And the white and the blending and the blending and the blending and the blending. Okay. I feel the urge. I just had a flash in my mind. Aqua blue. Similar to that, maybe a little darker. Yes. Okay. And where? In this corner? Here, okay. It doesn't really matter because, that's why there's an undo button. But yes, that's delicious. That's deliciousness at its bestest. You make an awkward shape. Nothing should ever be uniform, but it should all make sense. Art shouldn't make sense. There, I said it. You shouldn't try to understand art. You should feel art. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. It's okay. That art wasn't for you. I'm actually going to throw a little bit of orange deep here in the heart of Texas. Texas. Tejas. And do some more blue. I know what you're saying to yourself. Well, why did you put that white down there? I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I just do what feels right in the minute. And it's like the one place in life where you can. Nothing bad is going to happen because I put the white down first. Because I'm just playing around. I think that's what life is supposed to be. We're supposed to be playing around. We're not supposed to be going, lockstep into an office every day, arm in arm to make more money for each other, or for a company. But you have to eat, And this is like the one place I don't have to make sense. I just have to feel my way through it. And that is what art is. So stop trying to figure out what it is. If you like it, you like it. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I would challenge you, if you don't, to create something that you like. Wouldn't that be amazing? I challenge you. I challenge you to create something that you like. If you don't like what I do or another artist does, that's actually how I got started doing. Well, I've always been creative, right? So, or internally creative. And then I was looking for art for my new house. Ooh, look at that color. Right now I'm just swirling. I have it on the up high and just swirling color together. I'm picking colors randomly. And then going with what works. But I was looking for art for my new house. Couldn't find it. I had a very specific painting in my mind. Like, I want this in blue like this. And I couldn't find it. That sounds so weird right now, but I couldn't find the exact painting that I had in my mind. Like, duh, why would I? But my brother-in-law at the time said, well, why don't you do it yourself? He was kind of like, well, can't find it. Why don't you paint it? And I was like, I will. And I did. I painted it, and it hung in my house for 10 years. I actually love that painting. I don't know where it is now, though. And then, you have kids, and you move on, and it becomes a hobby that you don't do anymore. And then when I got back into it, and after like a year of just drawing with pencils, coloring, creating color blocks and line work, I just had to decide, am I going to buy more pencils? What am I going to do? Am I buy more paper? And I just was like, I don't want to buy any more like stuff to put in my house to fill my house up. I want to experiment with different kinds of art. And what's the best way to do that? And I started looking into digital products. And I landed on Procreate because it was the easiest in terms of like pricing. And you just buy the app. It's on my iPad. Boom, get started and start playing. And that's what I wanted. And I haven't looked back. That was a year and a half ago. So anyway, as I said, I'm just playing around. Just throwing color on canvas. And I'm gonna actually change the background color because that can give me a new perspective and a new way to look at this. I'm gonna take this up to a white background and then over to blues, gray. I'm gonna do over here, and if I move that around, you can see where I need to go in more if you're in white, and that can be helpful. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the dark blue here and just start blending. And I'm still at top. I'm gonna take down my paint though, my opacity a little bit, and just start to blend that. I need a little bit more paint and a little less size. And can you see that start to blend in there? It's almost like cloud formations. And if I pull one way, I can pull the peach into the blue. To push another way, I can push the blue over the peach, and that lets me blend them better. And you just go with your gut instinct, guys. Like, think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna focus on a small area, right? So I'm gonna focus in this corner, and every now and again, just look up and look at the whole thing and go back to your corner and focus on your corner and blending your corner. And then when you get some done, look at the whole thing. Okay, maybe I'll go back with some pink over in here, but I'm still gonna focus on this. It's like, I love art. And one of the reasons I love art is because it teaches you, or it's kind of parallel to life, right? So in life, you're like focused, like I'm right here, I'm focused on this, but there's a bigger picture. That whole thing, yeah. I'm gonna go deep red because sometimes when you overlay a color that's not supposed to be there, it gives amazing results. It's not that color, it's something else. You see? And if you do that to the whole painting, it somehow unifies it. It's weird. It's so weird. It's so weird, y'all. It's so weird. It's so weird. Okay. I'm gonna throw some blue in there, and I'm gonna throw some white on there. This is for going very pastel-y for my taste. And I just feel the urge to get a little less pastel. Excuse me. Pardon-moi. Hi, guys. What I want to do is take some of this white, from the background and mix it into the main painting, because then that, when I change the background like this, it still translates. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back to white and start mixing this white in with the black and everything else. See, my color is actually, it's on black, but that white's in there, okay? I can't play you music, but just know Dua Lipa is in my head right now. I never thought that I could find a way out. In that song. Just be aware. That's what's happening in my head. Okay, I need to focus. If we want good art, here, I spent enough time talking. So I'm gonna go quiet. And maybe I will insert music here. See you on the other side. I like how the black is making it dirtier, if that makes any sense. Okay, something's happening. Something's happening. But I don't know that I love it. It's a type of thing, right? But we're going to disrupt the industry. First, we're going to change the background color. Much better. Yes, much better. Now we're going to look at and see which colors we love the best. Which do we love more? What do we want more of? This. The question is, okay, we're gonna go pink. We're gonna go from there. Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think she's done. The next time I do this, which will not be Valentine's Day, by the way. I will do a live stream on Valentine's Day, and I'll be drawing on Valentine's Day, but just want to hang out with you guys then. But the time after that, the next time I'm up, I want you guys to join me with your iPads and choose your own colors. See this little orange spot in here? I'm obsessed. I don't want to ruin it. Make it a little bigger. And either you love this or you don't, and that's okay. It's okay. The point is that I love it. That's the point. See that? I think I'm done. Like I said, I like to over egg things, so when I feel like I'm done, I need to walk away. And this is probably a really good length for a video, so I want to say thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing thing so far. All the response to my art. As I said, I'm still growing as an artist, still learning about Procreate, learning my tools, but I'm excited for the future. And I thank you so much for all your support. Please like, share, all the things. It'll help me grow my YouTube presence a bit, which I'm trying to do this year. And look for my TikTok in the description, because that's really where all the action is. All right, guys. Maybe I'll go to sleep. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'm going to turn this into a TikTok, and then I'm going to put this video together and do my little cover. What should I say? You need the good artist creates 2 a.m. Artist with insomnia creates art, or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks.